Now over to Toastmaster Sharath. Once upon a time in Iran lived an ordinary young man by name Ahmed. Of course, IT sector was not there at that time. He was jobless. He used to earn small wage doing whatever work he got. Something similar to what IBM does and calls on-demand business. But Ahmed was a contented man. On the other hand, his wife Jamil was seriously unhappy with their living. One day, Jamil went to hammam for a bath. Hammam or public bathrooms then used to be a building with large shallow pond filled with hot water. And many women used to take bath there together. Sorry, I can't give more explanation than that. But that day, she was denied access because wife of King's royal diviner, that is fortune teller, had reserved the whole building for her. Jamil became furious, and that night she ridiculed her husband's earning and demanded that he became a fortune teller from the very next day. Are you insane, Jamil? I don't know anything about fortune telling, said Ahmed. You don't need to know anything for fortune telling. Just roll the dice and mumble something that sounds wise. Ahmed finally consented because she emotionally blackmailed him. Amazing that women haven't changed over centuries. The next day, Ahmed sat for fortune telling, having bought a dice and a rope. Just when he was about to sit, wife of one of King's ministers came running to him, pleading him to find the diamond ring she lost in hammam. Ahmed gulped and casted the dice. And when he was desperately looking for some wise words to say, he saw a small hole in lady's dress. That caught his attention, and when he saw her noticing him, he suddenly told, I see a hole. A hole. The lady went back to hammam and found her ring in the hole where she had hid it for safekeeping and had forgotten. The lady came back full of praise for Ahmed and handed him a gold coin. That day, Jamil was very happy. See, didn't I tell you there was nothing in fortune telling? Ahmed knew he was lucky that day, and he did not want to take another chance. But as you all know, wives insist. It so happened that very night, King's royal treasury was robbed of 40 chests of precious silver and gold. The next day, King's royal diviner could not tell where the treasure was hidden and was duly hanged. And the king heard about the diviner who had found the ring of minister's wife. That is our Ahmed. Ahmed came to the court trembling. Diviner, I have been robbed of 40 chests. What can you tell me about the thieves? Asked the king. Hearing that word 40, with his life in his mouth, Ahmed told, Your Majesty, there were 40 thieves. Amazing! Now find me the treasure and the thieves, said the king. Ahmed felt faint. He knew his days were now numbered. Just to borrow time, he said, Your Majesty, it takes time. I need 40 days. That's long indeed, but you shall have it. If you succeed, I'll make you rich. Else, you will rot in hell. That night, Ahmad cursed his wife for misleading him. Men always realize late, isn't it? He counted 40 dates and placed them in a jar and told that he would eat one date every night as a countdown to his last date. It so happened that one of the 40 thieves was a king's servant. He went to his chief, the chief of thieves, and told about Ahmad, the diviner. And the chief sent this servant thief to Ahmad's house to find out whatever he could. The servant thief climbed up the terrace of Ahmad's house and began to eavesdrop. Just then, Ahmad ate one date and told, "That's one." The servant thief was so shocked that he almost fell down the stairs. He went back to his chief and told what he found. "You must have imagined it, you duffer," said the chief. And the next night, he sent 2 thieves to Ahmad's house. And just when 2 thieves were overhearing, Ahmad ate one more date and said, "That's 2." The thieves almost stumbled over each other. They went to the chief and told, "Chief, he knew 2 of us were there." "Impossible," said the chief, and the next night he sent 3 thieves, 4 thieves on the 4th night, 5 on the 5th, and so on, and the same thing happened. But on the 40th night, the chief himself went with other thieves and began to overhear. Inside, Ahmad sadly looked at his last date and ate it and said, "That's 40. The number is complete." The thieves were now convinced of the diviner's power. They were afraid. They banged the door and fell at Ahmad's feet. "You know all, O great diviner. Nothing can be hidden from you, but we beg you to give us ages," said the chief. Ahmad made the thieves give back the stolen treasure. The next day, Ahmad went to the court and said to the king, "Your Majesty, my magic arts can either find the thieves or the treasure. What do you choose?" "Treasure, I suppose," said the king half-heartedly. Ahmad waved his hand in the air and said, "Wish-wash, mish-mosh, push-posh, now go and check the treasury." The king was ecstatic to find the lost treasure. He proclaimed, "You are truly the greatest fortune teller of his age." Ahmad's overacting earned him the job of royal diviner. Now it's up to you to foretell what fortune followed Ahmad. Back to you.